So, guys, due to the ongoing drama in the presidency, Buhari denies that he is sidelining Osinbajo after sacking the vice president's aides. Wow, that is serious, right? Anyway, he denied this. He said he's not actually doing this. But what do you expect? That is what you expect from a man that will not say the truth. You don't expect him to come out to say, yes, I am doing this to him. As you know, the northern part of Nigeria, they have a word they call takia, which simply means trick, cunningness. President Buhari, Muhammad Buhari, has rubbish talks that he has relegated Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo to the background in the running of the critical aspects of the country in recent times. The denial came shortly after Buhari approved the sacking of 35 aides of Osinbajo. Senior Special Assistant to the President on National Assembly Matters, Senator Babajide Omowowarere, on Wednesday in Abuja said that Buhari had not sidelined the Vice President by traveling outside of the country without transmitting a letter to the National Assembly to empower Osinbajo to act as President while he was away. Omowowarere said he has no reason to do so. I think there is any way or manner that the office of the Vice President has been relegated. The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria can work from anywhere he is in the world. On Monday, Chief of Staff to President Buhari, Abba Kyari, had reportedly taken a bill to him to sign in London, attracting criticism from far and near. As a way of countering those missiles from enriched Nigerian citizens, National Chairman of the All Progressive Congress, Adams Oshiomhole, on Tuesday said that the president could rule from anywhere. And that is the word that I want you guys to take note of. You see, these guys are rulers, they are not leaders. And what do you expect from a ruler? Rulers are always tyrants. Rulers will practice nepotism. They are authoritarians. And that is what Buhari is. And all of a sudden, Adams Oshiomhole, all because he feels that right now they are the one in power, so he's ready to open his mouth and say just anything that comes out of it. Do not forget that Adams Oshiomhole, if you check his CV, we know that back then, just like former governor of Lagos State, we know that these guys are only screaming and shouting so that they will be recognized. And after they finish shouting, they are either bribed, and he was given the opportunity to be governor of Edo State. And we know what he did there too. Buhari is currently away in the United Kingdom on a private visit. A trip observers say it is for medical purpose. I told you guys that Buhari is suffering from Crohn disease, C-H-R-O-H-N. Crohn disease, C-R-O-H-N, sorry. Crohn disease, that's what he's suffering from. A source in the presidency, while confirming the sack of Osinbajo's aide, said it is true that many of Vice President Osinbajo's aides are giving termination letter last night. However, I cannot confirm the exact number because it was not done in public, but you know it is political. Though both camps continue to deny any rift in their midst, observers maintain that a strong cabal within the presidency was working tirelessly to reduce the influence of Osinbajo in the Buhari's administration. In September, Buhari took away the Special Intervention Program, SIP, from the Vice President and handed it to the newly created Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development. And the person that is occupying this position is from the northern part of Nigeria. Should know the key positions in Nigeria are being occupied by the North right now. The SIPs house the Homegrown School Feeding Program, Government Economic Empowerment Program, Earn Power and Trader Money with an annual budgetary vote of 500 billion naira. There have been a lot of stories surrounding this, but then let us quickly look at some few facts there. First of all, he is not supposed to be sharing money all around. This man is more knowledgeable, is more smarter, and he has a lot of information, and he has a lot that he can give back to Nigeria. So shouldn't be reduced to someone that goes from one market to the other like a market man. I believe the ministry that has been created by Buhari is okay to handle that part, but then we have to be careful that the money that is allocated to that, the budget that is allocated to that ministry, will be handled efficiently and with transparency, not corruptly. So we all know that Osinbajo, according to the constitution, has certain there are certain duties that Osinbajo can handle as vice president. As you know, vice president in Nigeria, according to the constitution, he is just like a boy, a servant to the president. The president is everything in Nigeria because we practice a system where the presidency has every power to do and undo. As you can see what Buhari is doing right now. He flaws court ruling. He cares less about the rule of law. He does whatever he likes once the cabals tell him what he needs to do, and that's all. He listens to them and he goes on with it. So Buhari flew out of Nigeria, and all of a sudden it seems as if Osinbajo was very swift. He quickly visited the places that we had issues in Nigeria. He quickly injected money into the economy, and it seems that was a threat to the northern part of Nigeria, as they felt that Osinbajo was rising higher than Buhari, and this might disturb their own political aspirations. So Buhari quickly came back and was angry with Osinbajo for sacking one of the corrupt politicians in government there, one of the corrupt employees, staffs, one of the staffs. He sacked the guy, and it became a huge problem in this administration. Afterwards, we started seeing a decline in the authority and duties that Osinbajo had, and Buhari made sure that afterwards there wasn't any way he would hand over to Osinbajo, because he doesn't want Osinbajo to make use of the law, the power that has been given to him, vested on him by the president whenever he travels according to the constitution. I think the president has to be out of Nigeria for probably a month or a month plus or thereabout before he will have to hand over. But if he's going out for short trips, he doesn't need to hand over. But then we know that when the president is out of Nigeria, the vice president should be the next in command, not Abba Kyari, the chief of staff. As you all know, Abba Kyari flew down to the United Kingdom to give the president some documents for him to sign. So the senior special assistant to the president on National Assembly matters, Senator Babajide Omoworare, on Wednesday in Abuja said that Buhari had not sidelined the vice president by traveling outside the country without transmitting a letter to the National Assembly to empower Osinbajo. That is his own words. He said he has not sidelined him. But it's a shame anyway, because we know that this Senate, they are simply rubber stamp. They found a way to shut down anyone that will speak against this administration. They found several ways of shutting them down. They want to make sure that they are the one. In fact, you know, they've pocketed the judiciary, so we don't have any judiciary right now. What we have is a tyranny. We have a government that practices nepotism. Now, get me right, I'm not saying past administrations were any better, but what I'm just saying is that Buhari has shut down a lot of things in Nigeria, and I would have expected him to obey the rule of law. Yes, I know that the country is so there is a lot of corruption in Nigeria anyway, and the court is also part of this. So there are times that the president may realize that there are certain people that might have bribed the court. But then I believe that what the government should do or should have done is for them to create a committee, put that into the constitution, that will review certain legal not necessarily legal, that will review certain things that has to do with the judiciary in Nigeria, so that they can actually throw out certain people that are corrupt. They can even ask them to face the court of law too once they find out that a judge is corrupt. And this government cannot do this because this administration itself is corrupt. They muscle on everyone, and what we are seeing presently is not something that anyone would embrace. So guys, that is what it is for now. President Buhari said that Osinbajo is not being sidelined, but we know that he is actually being sidelined. So what is your own opinion from what you have seen so far? At least you've seen things. I'm not saying that Osinbajo should be sharing money all over the market. That is not what he's supposed to do. There are other big things, very important things that Osinbajo can do, and if there is a kind of connection and a kind of how would I say it? If there is a kind of understanding between Osinbajo and Buhari, I think things would have worked much more better if these people had the interest of all of the Nigerians at heart. It would have been better, but unfortunately, these people are more interested in hegemony, and that is what they are all about. So guys, that is what it is for now. If you're not part of this channel, kindly take a moment to tap on that subscription button, and very importantly the red notification icon bell. Please do tap on it so you'll be notified whenever our videos are uploaded. Thanks for stopping by.